run.
Oh, he
Tim
jacked
Tebow
that.
said he will be playing for the Philippines in the World Baseball Classic qualifying games next month. Tebow is able to play for the Philippines since he was born there while his parents lived in the country as missionaries. Shannon, do you like that Tebow is doing this?
Really, Skip?
He's back on the show,
don't really
Shannon.
mean.
Embrace it.
Is this what we're...
Embrace it.
No, I'm not okay with this, Skip.
Why not?
Don't take the easy way out.
The easy way
This is the
out?
I get it. Okay, I get it, Skip. He was born there. He's done missionary work there. Really? So why not do this in 2017? Didn't they have the World Basketball, the Classic then? Mm-hmm. So why would he would? You American. Oh, there's no chance of you actually making the American roster. Mm-hmm. So you wanted an opportunity to take the easy way. I see what you did there. Look, this has always been a rule that's been in effect. You know, we see a lot of time with soccer players, Skip, and we've seen, you know, some of the, see this happen a lot. I think the guy that just broke the pole vault record, Rondo Duplantis. He was born in Lafayette, Louisiana. But, Skip, he's always competed for Sweden. So this is not new. It's not all of a sudden, for the first 20 years of his life, oh, I'm in America, and then all of a sudden he goes compete for Sweden. I can't believe you. I can't believe you're okay with this, Skip.
I haven't spoken.
I'm not okay. I'm not okay with this because you know he's taking a shortcut. He's trying to take the shortcut.
Lord have mercy.
Shortcut.
Jeez. Well, we know how Shannon feels.
My turn.
Yes.
First point of order. Tim Tebow not only was born in the Philippines while his parents were missionaries in the Philippines, but he spent the first 5 years of his life in the Philippines. That qualifies, in my mind, plenty for him to play for the Philippines, especially when it so direly needs him to play for it.
Why?
Because right now, 6 teams are about to vie for 2 spots in what's called the WBC.
Right,
Okay, World Baseball Confederation Tournament, National Championship Tournament, okay? 6 teams for 2 spots. So in the WBC rankings, the Philippines rank 32nd, which is way down the list.
Right.
Only one of these potential qualifying teams of the 6, only one is ranked worse than the Philippines, and that's New Zealand. 5 other teams are ranked better than the Philippines. And you're trying to give me easy way? He is taking the hardest way possible, trying to play for a team that probably has no shot at getting in.
What about the Americans?
What about
Why you don't want to play with them?
Okay.
You're American, right?
Well, he was born and raised up to 5 in the Philippines.
Can you think he speak? I don't know the native, what they call it. What is it, Philippines?
Filipino?
Filipino? I mean, can he speak that language?
I'll bet he can.
I bet he can.
Speak a little bit of it.
I bet he can't.
Because he had to.
You don't need the language to know the game, though.
Yeah. So we don't play. We don't play baseball in America.
Well, you find
let me ask you.
Okay, so first game, opening game in the qualifier in Tucson, March 20th, versus the Czech Republic that is ranked 16 places higher than the Philippines. That's an easy way to go, isn't it, Shannon? That's a gimme. That's a cakewalk.
First of all,
way to go.
I didn't know they played baseball in the Czech Republic.
Well, did you know they played in Panama or Spain?
Yes, I know Panama, but yeah, Panama, Spain.
Right?
I kind of look at based on the Little League World Series.
Yep.
So when I look at that, I look at all these. So I said, okay, if they play Little League there, they probably. I don't know if I've ever seen a Czech Republic team play in the Little League World Series, but that's not here to the Skip. Stop.
How many players born and raised in the Philippines have played in Major League Baseball in our country? How many? How about a big 0? Wow. There's one who was born in the Philippines and spent part of his childhood, and this is back in the 90s, named Bobby Chenard.
Right.
He was a relief pitcher. He lasted 5 years, but he grew up in Oregon. So it's never really happened. Nobody has. They have no legacy, no history.
Right.
And he's saying, yeah, I'll try that. I'll do that.
Yeah, I want to try that because it's an easy way for me to play in the Classic. Because I know I can't make it for an American team.
So guess what Tim Tebow did? He took the easy way out after the NFL just blackballed him.
Stop that.
They did. They blackballed him. They said, we just can't. He's too much of a sideshow. He creates too much of a distraction. Everybody said no to Tim Tebow after all he did was take the 1-4 Broncos to the division title and a playoff win. That's all he did. And then he never got a chance to start another game in this league. So he says, you know what? At age 30, I'm going to start over and try to play professional baseball. This is the easy way out, right?
Yeah.
At age 30, he starts riding buses, playing for the Scottsdale Scorpions. And then how about the Columbia Fireflies? And then how about the Port St. Lucie Mets? And then how about the Binghamton Rumble Ponies? And then how about last summer, the Syracuse Mets? This is the easy way. Those are all summer-long bus rides all around those little leagues.
Anybody else that hit 163 and played as bad as he's played would not be given an opportunity after opportunity to come back. You and I both know, look, the rules are what they are. If you was born in a certain, a certain country and the country waives it and you want to play, okay, I get all that, Skip.
But is that the easy way? How can you call it the easy way?
Because if you're an American, don't you want to play for the Americans? Don't you want to represent your country? How would I feel? How would I feel? Let's just say for the sake of argument, Skip. I've lived in America all my life. But all of a sudden, through a small rule, I can go represent some other country and help that country beat America. I'm supposed to feel good about that?
It's not a small rule. What if you had been born and raised to age 5 in France? Would you go play for France?
No.
Yes, you would.
I'm playing
You would.
I'm playing right here. Okay, what they got for me?
What if I couldn't play for the state?
Why can't you play?
I wasn't as good
Oh,
as
yeah,
some of the other competition, and I could play for France.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Because we see this a lot of times. We see this a lot of times. I've seen people move school districts because my kid is not good enough to play here, but he can play over there. I see it all over again.
Do you have a problem with that?
Yeah, I got a problem with it. Competition. There's nothing like competition.
I don't want to get too deep here, but his parents felt a spiritual calling to go spread their word, their ministry in the Philippines. And they stayed there for many years, and they had Tim there, and then they stayed for 5 more years. So it's possible Tim feels like he's got a little bit of his parental calling to go back and try to help what was his native land. That was his native land.
I didn't have a spiritual calling. That was my grandma calling. Said, boy, bring your ass home and feed these hogs.
Okay.
That's what I had. That was the calling that I got. Skip Bayless, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Look,
now, you know,
wait a second. The easy way is to go do TV because he can do it all day, every day.
No, that's easy. The Skip Bayless I know that I've come to know for the last 4 years. He could have taken the easy way and stayed where he was, made the same money, everything. He'd say, no, I will start from scratch.
I want to deal with this guy every day.
He said, we're going to do this
I got to put up with this every day because I need a new challenge.
Lucky me. Yeah.
That's the Skip Bayless I know. Yeah. But now he okay with somebody taking the easy way.
Yeah, the easy way.
Easy.
I'm going to play for the Philippines against the Czech Republic. Way to go.
Thank you. They got no chance of making it. They take anybody. Hell, the Philippines asked me would I come try.
Yeah, for what?
For the baseball team.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah, right field.
Oh, really? Right field?
Yeah.
You know what? Tim Tebow might just become the Manny Pacquiao of Filipino baseball, right?
So now he gonna be the Babe Ruth of the Philippines.
What did Tim Tebow do to you? I'm just confused,
you ought to be
Shannon. Why are you so...
Skip Bayless dubbed the man the Babe Ruth of the Philippines.
No, he's the Manny Pacquiao of baseball. Because Manny is God in the Philippines.
Skip, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
No, I'm proud of myself, actually.
The guy that loves competition and want LeBron to, you don't hug people and talk and be buddy, just compete. And you want to go to a team that doesn't have any chance of making it, but it's easy for you to be on the squad. Because in America, we love good baseball players. We want them. We want more American-born baseball players.
Yeah.
Whatever. You ought to be ashamed.
Way to go, Tim. Do it the hard way.
Just Tim Tebow. I'm just processing how heated it gets when we talk about Tim Tebow at this table.
Watch Tim just lift the Philippines out of nowhere into the tournament. Watch.
No, people are going to watch because he's on there. We got an American-born player playing on the Philippines. But he's an American playing for the Philippines.
Okay, but obviously it fits in Tim's schedule because the tournament games will be played in Tucson, where spring training is taking place, so it's okay. It's not out of bounds.
What about spring training? You don't want to do that, huh?
No, he'll do it.
He'll be a part of it.
Yep. By the end of the year, he's going to be a New York Met.
By the end of the year, he's going to be talking about SEC football.
No.
By the beginning of the year, that's what he's going to be.
What do you always say on this show? You're a hater? You're a hater.
You're
a hater.
See, that's what Jenny said. See, I told Jenny I like this certain type of water. Well, what you got against balls? Jenny, I got nothing against balls. What? What you like that, Jenny?
I'm going to let it go for now. I'm going to let it go, but I'm rooting for the guy. We have a special guest with exclusive insight on Harden and West.